Greetings, this is another video where I complain about stuff, and today I chose War Thunder as the background footage, and the video is basically about my feelings towards content creation as a whole. So basically, to summarize, 4 years ago I completely lost interest in making videos. I basically had to force myself to push the record button, and I had this sick feeling in my stomach. I really just didn't want to do it. So yeah, that was kinda sad that I had to force myself to record anything whatsoever, but that's why I decided to reduce my upload frequency from weekly uploads to basically once every 2 weeks, and I had that upload rate ever since, except recently I have announced that I will no longer upload regularly. Hi. Of course, he shot my gun breech out. So as I was saying, recently I announced that I'm going to stop uploading regularly. So yes, this is also an irregular upload, and actually what pushed me to record this was that I finally not contextualized, but I finally defined in myself why exactly I feel the way I feel, and yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about today. So about that thing that made me basically upload in a bi-weekly schedule for 4 years. I of course explained the sick feeling in my stomach, but honestly I don't know what triggered it. I actually genuinely don't know what triggered that reaction in me to basically feel sick to my stomach whenever I try to upload a video or record a video rather. But for a good while I hadn't felt that, which I guess is a good thing. Ha! Nice. And I finally conceptualized what I exactly wanted to say. So of course I talked about the sick feeling in my stomach that started 4 years ago. I no longer have that. I wanted to say obviously, but it's not really that obvious. I actually don't know what triggered that. I just one day felt like no longer wanting to be a YouTuber, I guess. I really don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point. So recently I of course wanted to give up YouTube again, and actually that was something I wanted to give up on throughout the entirety of the 4 years since starting the bi-weekly upload schedule. Nice. But that's besides the point. Again, there's something nearby. But recently I decided to stop the regular upload schedule, and I'm talking about why I actually decided to do this. And that's because I finally thought up or conceptualized or recontextualized or something along those lines why I decided this, because I didn't understand why I felt the way I felt, and I'm going to die quite horribly. So, as I was saying, I didn't understand why I felt the way I did, and I think I have a pretty good answer to that. And it all starts with this video. Yes, the one with the 7,000 views. And that's for a very good reason. If you look at my channel, after that I never really had any videos with that many views, and yeah, that sucks, and I was chasing that high basically. And what ended up happening was I started putting more work into my creations, and then it never really paid off. So I made my best creations after that 7,000 view video, and I worked 40 hours here, 20 hours there on different tanks of mine, and the videos these tanks were featured in never really got beyond 700 views. And that really pained me and pains me still to this day, because all that work just to not get the same kind of attention, and yeah, that basically completely killed my motivation to do YouTube. So now I'm going to jail out because I'm already kinda dead. So now I forgot what I was about to say. So yeah, I was basically chasing that 7,000 views high, and my better tanks that I have spent more time on achieved not just the 10th of that view count, but even less, a 20th of that view count, and honestly that was really demotivating, and I am not sure I have the strength to, or the willpower to make tanks again, because honestly YouTube was kind of the main motivation of mine, because I of course wanted to share what I was doing. That's been the whole thing with my channel. I always just shared what I was doing. Even in the scrap mechanic days, the format of my videos was the same. So yeah, and honestly I haven't made anything meaningful in Sprocket in 2 months. I opened the game a couple times, but honestly I cannot find any willpower in me to make anything again. I have one idea which I am really happy with, at least conceptually, but after that I'm not sure if I'm going to upload anything Sprocket related. Again, the fact that I worked harder for a larger audience that didn't come basically completely killed all the motivation I had. And again, as I was saying, I didn't really open Sprocket after that. Alright, I'm dead. Yeah, that was an unfortunate situation. But yeah, where was I? So yes, there's going to be at least one Sprocket video eventually TM, and I'm not sure if I will ever have the spark to make tanks again. The fact that I wanted to show a large audience what I was making, and that never happening, well, basically it all boils down to me chasing numbers instead of doing what I love, and I basically started kind of resenting what I once loved doing, so yeah. Whenever I look at Sprocket on my desktop, I'm reminded of the fact that I fell into irrelevancy, and that is the thing that hurts the most. The fact that I am completely irrelevant in every sense of the word. Word. And the thing is, I basically was the quality guy in terms of Sprocket content, because Frantic pushed out I think about 600 Sprocket videos, and none of his tanks were any good. Like he is the definition of quantity over quality, and the quality was absolute dog shit. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, that's how I feel. And then there was the middle of the road solution, which was Patch, and I say was because his recent tanks are actually really damn good. Like his most recent one is actually really damn decent, if I have to say so myself. So he basically traded a bit of quantity for higher quality, and he never really uploaded that much. And the fact that he improved so much in the last months actually makes me happy, because I know that now there is a replacement for me as the quality guy. And I'm not saying that like you might think that I might consider myself as one of the big Sprocket content creators. I never was one of the big Sprocket content creators, but you get my point. If there is a spectrum of quality over quality and quantity, quantity is Frantic, a mix of both is Patch, and I was the quality guy, but as I said, I basically kind of have given up. So basically, Patch is the Sprocket guy right now to follow. Nice. Rodent extermination mission. Ah, I see you. Oh, never mind. What the fuck? Huh? Like, Frantic should probably step his game up if he wants to keep pace with Patch, but I don't think he uploaded Sprocket recently, if I think about it. And I'm treating this like a damn competition, which it isn't, but I mean, it's in my nature to compare stuff. Like, I'm comparing myself to everyone. Like, you have no idea how jealous I was of the... what were they called? Legendary builders. Like, when on the Sprocket Discord server we still had the ranks, and I was so jealous of the guys who could make stuff really well. I improved myself to be at least somewhere close to them, which I never were. But still, I compared myself compulsively, and I pushed myself to improve, and I know it's kind of a toxic mentality, and I have this fault in me that I take myself as a baseline and think that everyone is like me in a sense, but you get my point. It is a toxic trait of mine that I compare stuff to other stuff and whatnot. You get what I'm talking about. And yeah, this constant need to improve myself is... actually, I should have just said the word projection and just state that I project my insecurities of what's the word, inadequacy onto others, and expect others to feel the same way about self improvement in the skill sense, like in sprocket building skill, and you know, you get my point. Actually, I'm going to edit most of the explanation out because I just explained everything right now. Yeah. I kinda forgot where I was going with this. I think I talked about frantic and patch and the two sides of the quantity and quality spectrum or something. Anyway, who cares? I guess that's the end of the video. Until next time, whenever that might be.